Hello everybody, Iain, welcome. Iain Robson here. Welcome to a stream. I haven't streamed on the new computer yet, so this is a little bit of a test, I suppose, too. Let me know how the audio sounds there. Looking good so far. Excellent. We've actually changed the interface a little bit on the OBS Studio, Open Broadcaster Studio. It's actually even easier to set up now than it used to be, so it's kind of funny. Anyways, it's a Christmas Eve stream, as we can see here. We're going to go ahead and try and make some money here, which I'm trying to do. So far, a large portion of that money making has been with the contracts, because they're like instant cash, basically, which is fantastic. I hope you like that. Just pause, I don't need to see myself streaming. There we go, perfect. Like I said, let me know how the stream sounds. I'm doing a lot of this on the new computer, so I'll still need to make some tweaks and all that jazz, and I'm not a sound engineer, so that's how I roll, at least. I have a little bit of coffee left here. Pardon my third coffee of the day, I think it is now, so. Anyways, let me put my driving shoes on here. Yes, I have driving shoes. They're actually like my racing shoes, but hey. There we go. Alright. Do you know when mods are coming out for console, PS4? I don't know off the top of my head there, Keegan. I suspect some of them will be out there. I don't know when it'll be fully out. So, we'll see. We'll see how these things work. So we're on this multiplayer server today, providing no one on here at the moment. I'm pretty sure Spud is at work at the moment, and Country Gaming, it's probably the middle of the night for her, I would suspect. So, I haven't done too many, haven't expanded much since last time there. Basically all I've done is some missions. I did a lot of missions the other day, actually. I think if I were to look at the number of missions I did, I think I did 4 or 5 missions the other day. I don't know why I'm over this now. I don't need to do that quite so soon. I might have things, any news on updates in this game. A news update. The biggest update will probably be the landscaping feature, which is pretty neat. I think there's a way to make it so you use your mouse as opposed to WSD to move around. But I suspect that's I haven't messed around with it too much, but well, I guess it's not true. This little area right here is what I've made from it so far. So eventually, though, what I'm working towards is buying this area right in here. So there's a gorge down there. I'm not sure what the point of that is, but I'll pick up this area here, and I'll get the BGA because I'm really close to the BGA anyway, so I might as well pick it up. So that's the task, or the goal I'm heading towards right now. So I only need $769,000, so only a few hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, and then you can change the economic difficulty now too, which is kind of neat. So I contemplated putting it into easy, just so I could make more money faster. But I don't know when it comes into play. I'm going to finish that contract in Field 8, which is the money maker in reality. And what I have that guy working on right now is this guy right here. This is that Fiat. I'm surprised I was able to pull this, to be completely honest with you. It doesn't seem to have a problem at all, though. That's the funny thing. Like, I thought, you know, maybe it would have a big problem. Not at all. Like, it seriously has no problem pulling it. Like, and at full speed, too. Cultivating, harvesting. I don't know. So far, like, the harvesting ones aren't too bad, I guess. But one thing I realized, actually, is this. If I go into headers, if I go for the John Deere header, for example, this guy right here, you actually have to have a header wagon with it, which makes it not as great. So, because you constantly have to like unfold it, put it on there. Watch all your streams. I like the coffee with Iain. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I haven't done a stream in a while on the new. Well, I haven't tried a new computer yet, so I'm just trying out. What time is it there in Australia? I'm not in Australia, but it's 16 hours ahead of me, so it's Christmas Day there. So I suspect that's probably the other reason why Country Gaming is not around at the moment. Because, hey, Christmas Day and all. This is what the Fiat looks like on the inside. I think it's pretty good, actually. 2:30 a.m. Tuesday. Oh, okay, I see. I see why you're asking that, Chris. Yeah, for me right now, it is only 11:25 a.m. And I've already been outside for a nice little walk, which has been good, so. It's the first time streaming. Well, I guess not like the first time. First time streaming a game, I suppose. Went to the local coffee shop. Grab some coffee. Although I think the coffee I have at home is better. Well, the way it's made is better, I suppose. And I think this is a bug, I'm not sure, but there's like an audio glitch where if you have your tractor at full steam, full throttle, it'll like go to like, it'll jump up and jump down really fast. I don't know why. But it'll be like, it's really quite strange. I guess I might as well fertilize this at the time being. I also consider getting a smaller tipper, because they're pretty cheap, like $8,000. And I was thought about getting the one with the dolly wheels here, because you can actually make it 12,000 liter tipper for $12,000, which is pretty cheap actually. So I was pretty surprised by that. So in reality, that little trailer would be fine. Would be fine for the Fiat, and it's only 12,000. So, and the cover's 500. So I think that'd be fine if I wanted to go that route. I don't think there's any other trailer that's quite so cheap, and I guess other than this one, I suppose. But I like how you can customize it. Wheel brand, Trelleborg. And you can have Y tires there too, and that holds how many liters? Oh, there it is, 10,000 liters. Yeah, $9,000. Well, actually, that's a better, per liter, it's a better deal, I suppose. What's this, 14,000 for 19? No, it's not quite a good deal. And then that's how I end up, a lot of times that's how you can kind of decide what's going to be the best choice for you. Damn it, it's Christmas already for you. Yeah, for those people in Australia it would be. Not for me, I got a few hours to go before it's Christmas time for me at least. But I didn't post anything this morning, so I thought might as well do that. What do you think of the John Deere machines compared to the real ones as you work at John Deere? They're actually pretty good. Well, obviously it's more fun to drive a real tractor than a fake one. But for me, like, I don't know, I work in the, well, not work in the yard, but I work as a salesperson there. So there's not really a whole lot of reason for me to drive, well, that's not true. I could drive them around for like, experience purposes, but I don't sell that particular, the larger agricultural size tractors. So there's not a whole lot of reason for me to drive them around the yard other than just driving them around the yard. So. But, you know, it could be experience. And one time I had to drive the tractor from the fairgrounds back to work, which was a little bit funny because the last time I had driven the tractor of that size was at training, so I thought that was a bit funny. Yeah, this looks ridiculous together, but it works. Like I said, I filled this thing up all the way, and I thought this little tractor would have a problem towing it, or like hauling it. No, not at all. Like, it's a 150 horsepower tractor, so it's a bit, it's beefier than you think it is. That's what I'm trying to tell you, so I'm pretty happy with it so far. Wonder how much of a delay there is between me talking in the webcam and what's actually happening. I don't know. Also, like I said before, let me know how the audio sounds. I'm sure I think it sounds fine. It's the problem not having GPS. I end up overlapping a ton, or just not leaving enough of a gap. One or the other, basically. And this is where having the you know what better. I think I will buy that trailer actually. $12,000. I don't know if I don't really need it though. At the moment. So far, this is the best way to switch between vehicles, or the fastest way. When is it in Australia? That's a good question. Whereas it's winter here in Canada, so Australia's coming up to a summer, so probably a little warm, I would imagine. How warm, I don't know, but probably pretty warm. I look at the track IR. I haven't set it up yet for some reason. I haven't played ATS or ETS yet, but that's what you know, it's imperative to have that. Once you've had it and you have the steering wheel and everything, it's really nice to actually use it around. And last time I used the track IR with Farm Sim 19, it was a bit annoying because of the way it looked. Apparently it's been fixed though. fix this before I forget about it. I want gamepad, and I want increase cruise control, which I think is down the bottom somewhere. Steer left, steer right. Lift low arms. Increase cruise control. Increase cruise control should be 26. Decrease cruise control. I wondered about that. So it's 26, 27, so maybe that's going to work properly now. Let's see. Didn't like that. Let's see if we can go back to gamepad. It's right at the bottom. We'll just scroll all the way down. Increase cruise control. Trigger a button or press an axis. So that's just 26. But it should be the other way around. There we go. Decrease should be 27. Yeah, it's weird because the way it works, I don't understand why it does that. Very humid here in Queensland, but a great place. Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? It's Celsius, yeah, it's a little too warm for my liking. Let's see if we can't get this to work the way I want it to. Increase cruise control. 26, 27. That's 26. I don't know why it does that though. Axis to map must have been in neutral center position before this dialog was opened. Okay. That button just spins around though. $25. Oh, there we go. Let's see if that works. Lowering it. Yeah, it's weird how it works out. It's like on an axis, so it kind of spins around. It's a bit of a shame. Let's see if there's any other contracts we can do here. Cultivating, sowing, transporting. I haven't even done any of these transporting ones yet. Baling. Harvesting on field 5, no thanks. Field 3. Some of the harvesting ones seem like they're good, worthwhile, but I don't know. Field 13. Harvesting, that's basically what I have right now. Field 10. Excellent place for family lifestyle. Feels like you're on holiday all of the time. Yeah, I guess that's probably true, and I would imagine that would be. You would definitely feel like that in Australia. This cruise control speed up. Let's see if we can't get that to the appropriate cruise control speed, which is 15, something like that. Depends on how well repaired your actual item is, I suppose. There we go. So, all right, let's check the prices right now. What do we got here? So $16.25 at the ranch for soybeans. That's pretty good actually. I think the highest I've seen is $1,700 for soybeans. What's the highest you guys have seen? Have you guys seen any? Have you seen any higher than $16.25 or $1,700? And I think this is pretty high for wheat as well. Although it seems like it. I don't know if that's actually true or not. Alright, so are we going to do that trailer, yay or nay? A small trailer to unload the combine, or we hold off? So I think this trailer is going to be way overkill, or too much for that little tiny tractor. Way too much. It's funny, I do have a small little fertilizer splitter as well, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to say what would be the best choice. Like the little trailer might be nice to be able to unload the tractor or unload the combine, because I'm not going very far right now. I'm just basically going up to here for the time being. Ooh. Prices of things. That's pretty good. Let's go for it. Actually, let's increase. Let's go to the next hour, basically. Wage points. Yeah, that's not surprising. And let's see how it's changed. 1625. Let's stay the same. 769. That's the same too. Sell some goods. Wheat. And I think we're gonna buy that trailer. I like that idea. Let's go for the dolly trailer. I don't plan on backing it up at all. Capacity, we want the, oh, you can change it to a bale wagon too. I didn't realize that. I guess that means you could convert it over to, if you convert it to a bale wagon, that means that you could put the pallets on there to drop stuff, pick stuff up, I guess. Let's grab other tractor here, this guy right here. And let's go ahead and grab that new trailer there. Basically, allow me to do, like, if I want to use the big tractor to unload or to do something else, I can easily do that now, which would be good. Ian, tell us a bit about where you live in Canada. I relative to Toronto. I'm not too far from Toronto, actually. I'm about a couple hours northeast of Toronto. Toronto is the place to be in Ontario, it seems like. It's supposed to be a pretty nice little place there. I've never lived in Toronto. Never had the desire to live in Toronto either. My sister lived in Toronto. She loved it, but not so much. I don't know. I guess it's one of those things where you kind of have your own area eventually, and then you do your own thing. But I never got into it. But you know, to each their own, I suppose. Everything's a little different. Everyone's different. So for me, it's just a question of I didn't want to. I don't know. My 45-minute drive, it's not too bad. Although I think I'd probably rather take the bus. I think 45 minutes, because I don't have to worry about driving at all. But to each their own. I might change the tires on this to a normal wide tire, as opposed to these narrow tires for this next task I'm going to use it for at least here. Let me turn right, head down here. I think I could probably, I don't know if it's cheaper to adjust your actual tractor at your shop, or if it's cheaper to just to go and I'm not sure what's better. Just go to the shop, or go to your own shop. Haven't decided yet. There we go. Alright. The one downfall of this tractor is it's a slow tractor. But you're at 150 horsepower, so it's not that bad, I suppose. This is the, I don't know if you can hear the audio there. It goes. That's the thing I was talking about before. Yep, but I don't live too far from Toronto. It's a nice place. Lots of things to do in Toronto, for sure. They have Ripley's Believe It or Not there. They have, what else do they have in Toronto? Ripley's Believe It or Not, CN Tower, of course, the Sky Dome's there. Quite a few random assortment things. Oop. How does this look together? Ah, there we go. That's not so bad. Looks appropriately sized. More so than the other trailer, that's for sure. So this won't be for selling. This will just be for taking it back to the silo, and then I could do other things with the other tractor. As needs be, at least. Which is good. I also have relatives in, where do I have relatives? In Mississauga. Is where I have people. Cousins, aunts, uncles. We're off in that neck of the woods. This tractor is slow. I don't know what kind of tires you can put on this thing. I think you put wide tires on. I don't know if I can adjust anything on someone else's shop here. So like if I want to go to a country gaming shop, I don't think I can though. I don't believe so, at least. All the storage she's got here, jeez. I was trying to find a place to put storage. I couldn't find any. There's no good place really to put storage on there, it seems like, so I just left it the way it was and like, okay, well, let's go for that, I guess. There we are. Let's get up to dip there. I have considered expanding my field a little bit too. Like if you look on the map here, you can see how it runs out. So I thought about expanding a little bit more on the edges, but I'm not sure if the effort's worth it or not. Because eventually I think this area right here that I'm driving through, this will be where the house goes. That's my plan at least. Is it just me, but I miss FS17? I don't know. I'm enjoying FS19 so far. Lots of neat little things you can do with it. And I like the fact that you can like adjust things really easily and customize it, make your own farm area, which is kind of neat. How's it going, Wayne? Hope you're doing well, sir. There we go. Combine here. I'll have to try and change those wheels out. They look ridiculous now. Makes the tractor look really, really small. There we go. I have 6 hours on tractor already. Goodness gracious. Cultivating. I can always progress time a little bit too. I don't think anybody has anything released at the moment. Alright, so it'll be 10,000 liters, and that'll be basically like that. Put the cover back on there. There we go. I've been following you for over a year now, bro. Cool, man. I've been around for, I guess, a couple of years now. How did you stop the screen from going dark when you look towards the sun? No idea. It does. Slowly. I don't know. If that's because I have some sort of graphic setting on or something. I don't know. I haven't really messed with it a whole lot, to be honest with you. Alright. Let's go ahead and load this. Change the tires out. Oh, you can do side tip as well, I suppose. I think this one's the fastest way to tip, though, in terms of unloading her. There we go. Let's go ahead and change these tires real quick. Shouldn't cost anything. I don't. Well, that's not true. It may cost me something. Back to work for me. All right, Wayne. Have a good day, man. Sneak through here then. Our screen goes black when I look at the sun. I might just be a graphic thing, I suspect. Ooh. Loop to loop again here. There we go. Okay, customize. Narrow tires, standard tires, wide tires, rear twins, narrow tires. So standard tires or the wide tires are an extra 1,000. I don't know. I like wide tires for some odd reason. Yep, that's fine. I like to think it adds a little bit of extra. Look how different this tractor looks with the tires on it now. It's amazing what they do. Time for bed, man. Alright, catch you later. Have a good day. I don't know if the tires even make a difference in terms of well, not speed obviously, so I guess it's probably to do with the fact that in real life it would be traction and whatnot, but I guess for something like this, I'm not sure if it makes a difference or not. Okay, looks like the combine's heading back in our direction. That's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over to their tractor here. And with wheat, where on earth were we going with wheat? To the ranch. Oh, that's such a far. Ugh. That's like the farthest possible place you can go. Alright. This is honestly, I think, the longest trek you gotta make in this game sometimes. It feels that way at least. All over to the ranch. So the prices are good though, so. Alright. We need to take the. Yeah. We'll split off to the right up here. And that'll give us the ability to get to the ranch. And it goes downhill, across the bridge. Don't want to do that. We want to come over here and head over to the ranch. Although the ranch looks kind of neat actually too. It's got like a little arena area where you can, it looks like walk your horse or something, but I have not tried that yet. I haven't gotten any enemies at all. Not so far. I'm going to stay here. And then when that little road comes up there, that's what I'm going to take. Not that one, the next one. It's a little dirt path. There we go. And up here. It's a neat little area though, the ranch. One thing I'm not sure about though is what would happen if you were to like purchase like the land around the ranch? Like, would you get the portion of the profits? Like, I think that would be a neat idea. But I don't think it works that way. Not that I know of. So like even when someone else was selling product at that location, then you can make a little bit of a percentage of the income. I don't know. So there's that little arena thing I was talking about. We can close the door. Happy Christmas! Happy Christmas to you too, sir. For me, this is just a sell point, that's all. It's funny, I read an article the other day, and they were saying that if you don't collect the straw from like oats or barley or wheat, you're basically missing out 50% of the profit. So that was kind of interesting. 22,000, 23,000. It's not too bad. Ooh, I'll go this one. Shoot. Well. Okay, let's go back to the other tractor here. Okay. Do I have a server? I do indeed have a server. Nick. Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. Also, this little trailer would be good for chickens. Just something I want to try. It's not a super expensive pen, but the problem is just the fact that where to put it. That's the problem I run into, at least. In fact, I am pulling on the silver right now. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Unload that. I don't think they have it cross. I don't think they have it set up that way. Damien. I think they have it set up so it's just PC. I don't know how the Xbox even works. If it's possible to do it or not. It might be. I'm not certain. And let's grab our other tractor over here again. You can cut across all the fields too, though. It's definitely an opportunity or a possibility. Done it before, just to see if it was faster. I don't think it's... it might be a bit faster. Has the price changed significantly now? $7.69. No, not yet. Not yet. Well, I'm sure it will. I believe the prices fluctuate every hour like they used to, still. So for the time being, like when you sell something right now, for example, and then you go back and an hour later, let's say, in-game, then the prices will have changed. Usually for the worst if you sold something. So 22,000, 23,000 is what we got out of that. Okay. It's not too bad, I suppose. I thought about buying this area up here, but I wasn't sure if it was worth it or not. This field 8's like 1.2 million, I think it is to buy it. Something silly like that. cruise control. There we go. There. It's funny how you just have time to recognize that. There we go. Should top this off. There we go. Cool. Break away. Go put it in the silo over there. Almost would have made more sense if the silo on like the edge of the field, like in the middle somewhere. Like, if you look in the little mini map in the bottom left-hand corner there, it says B. It almost would have made sense to put it there. Like somewhere in that woods at least, so. I don't know. Just a thought. Alright. Good, good, good. There, a little cover over. In the game it doesn't make a difference, but I know it's nice to have, because what will happen is if you don't have a cover sometimes, you have to leave it out in the field. Whatever you got in it's going to get wet. It's just good to have that cover there, in real life at least. What kind of tip options do we have? Tip back, tip left, right, green door. See the fan there. It's good. Back to the ranch. I don't think there's a cover on this one now. Oop. Back to the ranch. Perhaps should have. How many liters do we have? 28,000 left. A little weight got stuck there. I don't know how times I've done that. Like, the little gap between it just gets caught behind something. The OEB weight was really bad for that too, actually. You just get, you'd like run into something by accident. Like, fences were actually probably the worst. You'd run into the fence and then bang, you get stuck on the fence. It's a pain. This is where the JCB comes into play. Then you can cruise at like 70 clicks. For stuff like this specifically. Karting as they call it in the UK. Alright. Like I said, I'm trying to make enough money so that I can buy the BGA. That's the ultimate goal at the moment. Didn't want to pass during the crossroads there. Because with my luck, the train would have been coming. If I had passed it right exactly the same time, it would have been like, bam, oh, there it is right there. See? Like I said. Almost was a catastrophe. Yeah. I like how they have the train moving though now. Because before on a multiplayer server, it was just like, it would just stay stagnant. It wouldn't do anything. But now it actually goes around. And the funny thing was, and in 17, there was actually a mod that would allow you to do that. That would allow you just to it would have the train just go around and round and round. But I don't believe you can utilize the train. Slow climb up the hill here to the ranch. Slow. There's not gold coins, I think it's gold bars I think they put in this one. This is the area for your horses, I guess. So I actually can't open this stuff up, actually. I don't know why you can't. It makes sense. I pick that up. What about, can I go in the back here? No. Which steering wheel do I have? I have a G27, so it's an oldie. Now it's an oldie at least. It used to be, well, it's still a great steering wheel. I like it a lot. Some of the new ones are pretty fancy. There we go. Should make about 23,000 again. Survey says 23,000. Now we do have 28,000 liters left, which is almost another full load, so we'll make another almost 30,000 or up 23,000. Probably close to like 20, I'd imagine. Can you connect the G27 to the Xbox? I don't know. I think so. Never tried. I think it's got USB connection, so I think it can. Spud, aren't you at work, sir? Or you're probably on your lunch, eh? Just noticed the time. There we go. We'll just progress time a little bit here. There's no, maybe not. Don't tell me about what I'm doing here. I just realized one. Well, maybe not. There's been times where I've been going just over the railway tracks, and then the actual, as I'm going over the railway tracks, the train's coming. It's kind of scary, actually. There we go. Buy a steering wheel, but I really can't find a nice steering wheel. Well, the Thrustmasters are pretty good. I don't know what, whether they work on... I don't know if they work on Xbox though. That's what I'm not sure about. G24 is for PS4 and PC. Oh, there you go. G24 is for Xbox and PC. Alright, let's blast that loop there. This combine while I'm over here. There we go. It's amazing how much quieter it is in the cab than outside the cab. And the one thing I didn't notice as well is when you're in the cab, it actually dampens the sound of the other tractors as well, it seems like. Chicken coop. No, not there. New vehicle? I can buy a new vehicle. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, no, I can put it right there. That's going to be in the way, though. Probably be in the way. That's interesting, though. The problem is, if I do that, well, that's not that bad, though. That's almost tempting there. 20 grand. That means I have to buy some chickens. Oh, come on. Couldn't finish that pass. A little time there left. Go figure. There we go. Yeah, just waiting for it to turn, but it wasn't quite enough. What's the price of canola like while I'm out here? Not that great. Beans is pretty good though. I have to sell my beans too. I like the in-cab much more in FS19. Yeah, absolutely. That's really nice. I think Field 6 has a large bit of land attached to it. Field 6? Yes, it does. Although that's right in Country Gaming's area, so that's one of the reasons why I haven't gone that direction yet. This thing there. It's weird when it decides to keep running and when it decides to turn things off. It makes no sense to me. Because there's times where it'll just continually run and be like, okay, we're just going to let this tractor run. And other times it's like, nope, not happening. It's bizarre. Yeah, the in-cab experience is much nicer now. Because they made it like they dampen other sounds. So when you're in the cab, excuse me, when you're inside the cab, it dampens other sounds. Which is nice. One more. Well, if I sell the beans too, they're going to the same place, unfortunately. Ooh, which means more trips. Although it's only 2 trips basically, as opposed to 3. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. Ooh, there's the train going by. They need to blow their horn. They just have the bells on the crossroads. It needs to be like the train horn going off. But that's just me. Because I like trains. Actually, I was watching a video the other day. It's like an advanced guide tutorial on Railway Empire. It was like a 6-hour stream, I realized. It's like, oh my goodness. I didn't watch all of it, but it was quite interesting to see how he was doing things. Because everyone does a little different, so. Alright, here's our turn. It should be maybe 20,000. Somewhere in that neck of the woods at least. We're 3,000 meters short. Coming in, yep. There we go. Oh! He's literally going in the server. Oh, okay, that's cool. There you go, Spud's in the server now. Guess he's got his laptop at work. That's too funny. Grab lunch, you can do whatever you like, right? I could title the stream making money. That's what the whole goal is. So, doing a little bit of trucking. I almost could have rented a trucking trailer. Probably would have been a bit more expensive though. Let's see. For a transport truck, to rent it for a, let's see, customize, leasing it for, oh, actually that's not too bad, 6,000. That's not bad at all. Main color, let's go back. I don't want to buy it. And then how much would a tipper be for that? That's 56, that's 60. No, 10,000, that almost would have been worth the, cost of this. Would have made me, would have been like 2 trips as opposed to 3. Would have cut into my cost though. Ninja Small Thomas, oh. Let's see how much this is here. Survey says 21,546. Alright, let's go ahead and grab some soybeans, I think, now. It's funny that it's all going to the ranch, though. Oh, that's kind of neat. Little horse arena area. I don't know. I think the horses are neat idea, but I'm not like, oh my god, what horse is? But yeah, hey. Whatever floats your boat, first. I'm tempted to put those chicken pen there though. That's not super. It is a little bit, but not like... Maybe I should hold off still. Although I don't know if... I don't know. Has anybody actually raised chickens in this game yet? And how profitable have you guys found it so far? These chickens never used to be super profitable. Now they made the price of this. Let's look at the price of eggs. Where are they here? Eggs. $3,000. That's pretty pricey. I have no idea how much chickens cost in this game now. So. He's in his own little area down there. Admittedly, Spud, I did fertilize field 8. Looked like you were poised and ready to do that. Too far. No chicken again. Wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans. Let's grab our tractor right here. I guess we'll unload some of the combine. But this combination is pretty good, actually. Especially when you have a situation like this. So that means I could, because I'm so close, it's not a big deal. Like if I were really far away, I probably wouldn't use this because I would go back and forth with this particular setup. Get this guy topped off. There we go. Plain Jane inside of this thing. It's an old tractor though. Where's the key? Lots of buttons down there. That might be the 4-wheel drive, but I can't point it out to you guys. Wish I could be like, hey, it's right there, but it doesn't work that way. Alright, so we'll sell some of these beans. What's the price of the beans? 16, I think it was. 16.25, that's pretty good. The highest I've seen it has been 17 on a regular non-great demand. But I think even the great demands aren't always the best prices. That's side tip, yeah. 7 hours in this tractor already. Doesn't take much. Get this tractor lined up again for another run. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty tempting to put the chickens right there, actually. The problem is if I do that, then I'm blocking myself off there, which is always a pain. Where am I here? One more load to the ranch. So it's $3,000 a liter, but how many eggs do you have to get a liter? Or, I'm assuming it's not per egg. That'd be ridiculous. I don't know if you can do like breeding chickens or if you can do like laying hens. I don't know how that works. On some, well, not with, on the previous version of the game, FS17, there was a mod that you could do that with, which is pretty neat. It would be like, one would be breeding chickens for like meat chickens basically, and it would be like laying hens. So, but I don't believe you can do that here. Not that I know at least. Let's see. No messages from the family yet. We have a family get together this afternoon, or this evening, I guess. Should be pretty good. 47. It's full repair. It's full speed. So we're running a little bit uphill here. I wonder if it's better to go up the farther way in terms of the climb. Let's try it. Try it the other way here. So I'm gonna go further up the hill then. I guess. Oh, there's a horse over down there. You wanna go ride your horse down there and try your luck? I opted for the rear weights in this tractor too. You can get wide tires for rear weights, I think, too. How much money are we talking here? $50,000? That's pretty good. I'll take it. Oop. I missed the drive control extension. Drive control mod. GPS mod. You don't realize how much you miss it until you start playing the game without it again. You're like, oh, why do I have those things? After I saw that second load of beans, I think I'm going to I'm going to increase the time speed a little bit. We can't get any contracts coming up for us because we're almost halfway. And then what I'll probably do is I will, what would be the best way to do it? Could plant corn, I suppose. And then I can rotate corn in, I suppose. I just don't know how often, because they changed the way the BGA works a little bit. So it's not just as soon as you sell silage you get money now. It's a little different than that. Yes, and GPS quite a bit. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Yeah. Switch over back to this guy here. Yeah, see? Turned off. I don't understand. Yeah, it's just, I'm just so surprised how quiet it is in the cabs. Now, one thing I considered doing is renting a Hardy self-propelled sprayer. Whoa. Rockier there. And then doing a bunch of spray missions. Because it moves about as fast as the regular. Actually moves faster than solid fertilizer spreader. But it's so darn expensive. Like, it's like $470,000 for that thing to buy. It's just crazy. But over time, perhaps it's worth it. You can fertilize, but you gotta. One thing to consider is you have to wait for the booms to extend out. So that's what makes it kind of like. Those are 36-meter booms. So you wait for those to spread out and then start spraying. Also, Country Gaming thinks I need a pressure locker. Which I'm like, I don't think so. I'm missing horseback. Oh well, it hasn't been a big issue for me just because I haven't played on playing on the server, you don't have Corsair anyways. Although apparently they got Corsair working on servers in 17, so maybe they'll do the same in 19. I never bothered putting on the server because it kind of makes it not look at all. Or I guess for some things it's still nice to have, but not always. I guess there's not like a long starting sequence for these things. Some of the older that older John Deere I had in 17, like the Fully 750 I think it was, it had like, it's like a 20-second start sequence. Like, and then it would start eventually. View. There we go. Let's try and stay alongside the combine here without looking back. Still good. That's it. This is how I've started switching between things. It's still in again. I don't understand. Maybe because there's something in the trailer. That could be part of it. Well, I know that's the reason why. There we go. Go ahead and take this back to the ranch one more time. Last thing we're selling though today. Oh, that's not true. I guess I have canola to sell. If we really wanted to go that route, could sell the canola as well, but I don't think it's really necessary. Gotta wait for the right price, basically. Also, this is kind of a neat little bridge area here. I forget why I went past that one time. It's like a Hoover Dam type scenario sort of thing. Alright. Nope. I don't know, I think this way is a little bit slower to get up the hill, but because other than you're halfway up the hill and you get up to that point. It's probably the same speed anyways. Although coming down this hill is a bit more rough, a bit rougher I should say. Alright. 50,000 incoming. Really good. Turns up to $380,000. So, in reality, we could, let's see, $380,000. Almost for that, actually. For that, it's probably, no, not quite. 150 grand. Nice. And those are 800, I think. So I could buy, let's see, field 1 maybe? Yep. That's a lot of extra space around there too. You can make that into a large, very large field. I don't know what the, I don't know what the terrain is like there. I think it's pretty rocky. But you could almost expand that field out so it does this all the way around here. You have to do some landscaping probably first though. Love the new lighting, very realistic. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, $380,000. I'm going to progress time here. Well, you don't have anything that's leased, or you know if Country Game has anything that's leased? Turn. There's the train. We need the trains. I don't know why they don't have that. As the trains go by, it's the Doppler effect. It's funny, I totally remember that from Big Bang Theory. Wage payment 1,000. Too bad. Basically, I'm looking out for contracts now. I think what I'll do is going to progress time a little bit, keep an eye out for some fertilization cutters. They seem to, like, they're pretty quick. I think they're probably the quickest. Let's check our time, our money here. So this is what we're keeping an eye out for. If we can see us at 1,500 or something like that, that'd be great. Port grain elevator, it's not too bad, I suppose. 72,000 so far? That's pretty good, actually. This area is terrible for this. That little central grain elevator is terrible for this trailer I discovered. So what I like to do, what I have been doing is I've had the time progress quicker and just kept an eye on the prices to see where they're going. Oh, fertilization, harvesting. Field 6. Oh, field 11. So then you progress time slowly and keep an eye on this to see what your prices are like. See what it peaks out at. So basically, beans peaked out at 16, so 16.25 basically. So you can probably you can get up to 17 sometimes. Are there going to be trees added to the landscaping place? I was thinking about that the other day. I think what you could do is placeables, pallets. Oh, maybe you can't do it yet. You can buy bales. Oh, that's neat. That used to be a mod. Decorations. No trees yet. It's kind of funny how they have these. That says farm storage, but you can't do anything. I don't think it does anything. Decorative. See, just decorative. Why would you want a decorative thing like that? And the farmhouse. I don't know. Has anybody tested the farmhouse on the server yet? I don't know how that would work. So that's my other kind of thought. I'm like, how's that going to work? Let's hop into there, guy. But I was wondering about the other day, I'm like, they should absolutely have trees that you could add in. Because they used to in, they used to in 17, that's why I'm surprised why they took it away. In 19 here. 13, Yeah, we've got to keep an eye on that. Let's see here. How much is this to rent? And the reason why I want to rent this one, so $24,000. So that's 17. So basically, those two contracts wouldn't even pay for that. That's the downside of it. Yeah, there's definitely add trees in there, so you can kind of, customize your yard area by putting some trees down. A couple maples. I wonder if that cultivator's going to be able to, probably. Stasford, hello? Told me to download the combine. Wasn't my intention. Let's grab this cultivator. Also, I realized how cheap the. I also realized how cheap the big bud was for horsepower. Like, it's silly cheap in comparison to the John Deere, for example. There we go. Yeah, I was really surprised. I was like, why is that so... I'll show you in a second here. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you too, sir. Hope you have a good one. Ooh, 12,000. That's cool. Nice. We actually got a really good yield from that canola. Like, this will tell how much we actually got. Did we have canola in here? I don't think we did. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think we had any canola in there before. That's pretty darn good. We may have a little tiny bit, I don't know. Yeah. Let's just progress time a little bit here. Wage payment. Yeah. Keep an eye on the contracts. Fertilization. Oh, there's a few for 1, 2, 3. These billion ones never go away. It seems like. Helper C has completed their task. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way here. I don't think we need line in this field, would we? No. Some areas needed line. That's because I lined it. Didn't ask for worker to do it. Then it is very obvious when that happens. There's a couple fertilization ones here. I grabbed F11. Yep, that will go for it. Fertilizing 13, 6. Harvesting? No. The harvesting ones could be good, I suppose, if you had a big enough harvester to make it worthwhile. Like, I think that's really what it boils down to. If you have a big enough harvester. Oh, look at that. Fertilization. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to take a leap of faith here and see how this works out. We're just going to lease it. We don't want to buy it. You want to lease this? Yes. Then go to the store, which is down here. There we go. Hardy sprayer. Wow, that looks really good, actually. That is sick. Look at that thing. And let's go ahead and buy a couple pallets of liquid fertilizer tank. I think this is liquid fertilizer can be poured into sprayers. 2,000 liters worth. I think this thing takes 9,000 liters. Just want to try it out. Fertilizing. What's close field up to us down here? 13 would be ideal, really. Oh, there you go. Let's see how this works out. Because this thing can spray super fast. That's why I was kind of curious about it. This is more like a. This Hardy sprayer is kind of like New Holland has the front. Like this. It's funny. I think in the long run, it's actually faster to just have the time zipping by like this. Whoa! All that. That's. I guess you can still see. And look at that speed too, 50 kilometers an hour, self-propelled sprayer. This thing's a beast. I love how they have like the GPS there. field 13, this is the field we're working on right here. The question is going to be, how fast does it unfold? Let's see, not too bad actually. Should be one more stage that spreads out there. So this is what I was curious about, like how fast this would actually be. Oh, there's not like another little... okay. But this is the cool thing about this, like look how fast this sprays. Well, I can't tell if it's being fertilized or not. If it goes slower, if we could show. That's very difficult to tell if it's been fertilized or not. It's doing it, but it's very difficult to tell. The change in the color is very minimal. But you seem to use a lot more fertilizer spray in this case. Oh, look at that! There are little fertilizer spreaders behind the tires too. Make sure they get back there. That's neat. Yeah. Well, I guess in that particular view you can see it a lot better. But going this way, you don't really notice it at all. This is the reason why I wanted to try this thing out, just to see how fast it was for spraying. So this is faster than the solid spreaders in terms of the speed at which you can move, because this one moves at 25 kilometers an hour spraying speed, which is fantastic. So it's hard to say. Like, I don't know, is buying this worth it? Maybe. Like in reality, if you were to have the, like, we don't have the weeds on the server right now. We just had too many problems basically, because they just crop out of nowhere, and you're just kind of sitting there going like, okay, well, now I need to do these again. Because if you were constantly on the server, like, that wouldn't be too bad maybe, but I don't know. The consumption's not terrible on this actually. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Not sure what the point of that little building is there. You can't stay inside this thing. It's just totally not helpful. This all goes 20 kilometers an hour. Yeah, this goes 25 exactly. So there we go. I guess the thing would probably be if it were a turn that off for a second. If it were hard worker, I imagine they would be a bit more careful of how they turn around, and I'm just whipping around the corner instead. Just, I don't know, this what took maybe like 3 minutes, something like that. I don't know, it might be a bit cheaty, I suppose. Or somebody might consider it that. I don't know. I think it's fine. I should get the last little bit of this. There we go, perfect. Nope. See, I like to save as much as I can, so I just, you know, oh, it's done. Go for there. So the next closest field would be, so I left that little tiny part there. 6 would be ideal if we had 6 to fertilize as well, because we're right there. Oh, there it is right there. I'll just leave the booms open like this. Just go do 6 real quick. So if you can leave the booms open and go between areas like this, that would be ideal, of course. So you can just zip around like I'm doing here. There we go. This should be a pretty quick little journey here, I suppose, too. So, I don't know. I think the other sprayer is probably this is like a high-speed sprayer, I guess, which makes it so much more expensive. The other one, same width. I guess the crows are going to get a little bit extra fertilization. Jeez. Same width, but doesn't move as fast. So that's why I refrained from that one. I'm like, in the end, I don't know if it's worth it or not. The other one. There we go. Zip around there. But I guess the one downfall of this is you can't use this for lime. You can use it for herbicide and liquid fertilizer, but not lime. So then you basically have to have this and a solid sprayer. And this loses durability awfully fast. Holy smokes. Very surprised. Gone down like a tick already. Surprising, actually. We'll turn here. This is where GPS would be nice. Might as well fertilize your field too to get the total lease value. Oh, exactly. So I don't know. The big thing is you got to make your money back on this, because this cost, what was it, $24,000 to lease. Go. Should be done soon, I imagine. There we go. I would almost want to do all the field. There we go. 6. 12 is country gaming side. I could actually swing by and do hers as well. Fertilizing 22, which is way up where? Oh, down there. No thanks. I guess I'm not really that far. That's hard roll though. Is it an exploit? I don't know, maybe. That's not really. You're paying for the lease. And like if you progress time faster, like I guess the idea would be if you progress time faster, you're gonna pay more on a per daily basis. Let's do country gaming while we're over here. Might as well. She'll probably appreciate that. Not gonna take me very long. 36 meter spread, 25 kilometers an hour. Zip, zip, done. That's not too bad. I did 1, 2, this will be 3 fields with 6,000 liters. Not even a full tank. So it's pretty good. I suspect that in the future they'll probably add like a fill up point for this as well. Like instead of having to buy the pallets every single time. I suspect they'll probably just be like, oh hey. So now because this is country game, I'm going to be a bit more meticulous about how I do this. There we go. Because I would do the same thing in my field. Well, I don't know. I'm not super particular. What is country gaming doing there? I guess maybe she put grass there by accident or something. There we go. That's good enough in the corner. And the good thing is you can see how wide it is too, so it's easy to make sure you're overlapping a little bit with the boom. Which is in comparison to like the solid fertilizer spreader where you kind of have to, I don't know, I find it a bit more difficult. Does the versus wheel on the side panel work on PS4? Well, I don't know. I've not tried it on PS4. They're both USB, so they probably would work. It's funny, I saw the other day, I saw a video, a title of a video I should say. It was by Linus Tech Tips, and he was saying, Xboxes are I think it was an Xbox. It's like Xboxes are basically PCs now. That was kind of funny. There we go. Last pass there. Yeah, that made short work of that. Those fields. That's 3 fields, and I still have almost 2,000 liters, which is pretty good. But I couldn't tell you Cummins Outlaw. I don't the PS4 to test. I don't have any consoles to test any console related things. Although my TV is capable of doing HDMI having an HDMI cable now. It never used to be, but there we go. 1,600 liters still. Let's go do our field while we're at it. Coming out as suggested. Now, this is a bit trickier though, because I have to go. The signs are not collidable. The trees definitely are. That should be high enough. Yep. Yeah, definitely made short work of this. Although I think this is probably me doing it's going to be quicker than the computer. I'm fairly certain of that, just because of the way they, because they're like, you know, get to the end, back up, turn around. So this instance is probably more efficient if I do it myself rather than the computer. Because let's just see what happens when I hire the computer here. Still goes at the right speed line. Let's see how it makes a turn. Right to the end. Well, that's not too bad, I suppose. It's a little slow turn, though. A lot slower than I was making, that's for sure. Well, that gives you what it looks like for the AI doing it. Yeah, definitely a slow turn. But you know, it seems like the sprayer is a little bit more efficient in terms of making sure you get the right spread. But this isn't going to work on every field, of course. Like some of the smaller fields might be, it might be worse to use this because you have to like fight with. I don't know. If you can get a whole bunch of fields in the same area, that'd be ideal, really. Might be the way to do it. There you go. It's pretty slick though. And now, because I overlapped quite a bit over there, but now it's going to be efficient in the turn up there. So I don't know. Apparently that's how. That was my turn. So I saw that little section right there. So I don't know. Not sure. I think you could spray backwards. I haven't tried in a while. I'm pretty sure it's possible. Oop. But 36 meters is pretty big. You'll definitely have some overlap. Now I have a straight line to follow, I suppose. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's at 1, 2, 3, 4 fields with 6,000 meters. That's not terrible. There's one thing I would just like to get one, but I don't know. I got a PC, but I play with friends on the PS4. Yeah, that's always the question. You have to check, like when you purchase the steering wheel, usually it'll say, you know, compatible with PS4, Xbox, that kind of stuff. There we go. Fill up again. Soon. It's not too bad at all. It's a really nice looking sprayer though. I like how the light shimmers off of it. In cab. Can't really see the ends. You basically have to drive it like this. Can't really get around it so much. There we go. Okay. Where's my next fertilizer mission? Field 22, that's too far away. I think we decided that already. Field 23, that's also too far away. I'm gonna just jump out of it here and just enjoy it. Yeah, that's a nice looking spray. Because I think if what would happen is if I hung out in it, it would be considered as use time. Wage payment $38. That sounds so bad. Cultivating, fertilizing. Fertilizing field 11. I will accept that. Field 13, which I believe is just over here as well. Didn't I just fertilize that one? Okay, we can do it again. That's fine. So I don't know, this is what you could do, depending on how you felt about things. Like, if I were a hire worker right now, on my field, which I really should do actually, when I think about it. If I were to hire a worker, it would make a difference for cultivating this. I just, you know, slowly go on. Let's check the lights on this. But those lights. Field 13, there we go, engage. Although this is probably very difficult, I can't see where. Even with the lights, it's not very helpful. Hit up all the fertilizing, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I can't tell where the heck I'm going. Not very easily, at least. Downfall of fertilizing during the evening, I guess. But I probably will have to do, like, this one corner over here, I imagine. Anyways, let's grab, nope, not right there. Actually, let's grab that fertilizer better, so it's out of the way at least. Yeah, I can just hit all the fertilizing issues, exactly. Way. Cultivator down. Okay, I was able to do that turn not too badly, so that's not the end of the world. Let's do this behind here, I guess. There we go. The cultivator. Highlighter, I think. I wonder if you actually lose durability doing that. Like in real life, of course, you would be a lot more careful around it. So the funny thing is, I actually have a seeder that cultivates, or it's fertilized at the same time, but problem I run into is the fact that if I were to seed right over this right now, it'd still only be one level of fertilization, so it makes me sad. There we go. Fertilizer, try that planter. I think that's doing a pretty good job. What a waste of money? What's a waste of money? What's a waste of money, Bruce? Spud. Oh, I guess we're talking about the cedar. Now, how's this going to turn here? Do the backup turn thing. Okay. This is the problem with hiring a worker in these scenarios, because they do that. Like, it's able to do it, but it's kind of a silly way to make the turn. I want to go back this way, so I'll do this turn right here. I can see this at least. Your silo? Why is your silo a waste of money? What silo did you buy? Just a placeable silo? Nope. This corner here. Oh, no, I'm out. Yeah, depending which silo you get, I guess it could be kind of somewhat pointless in certain scenarios. There we go. There's that. Grab some more fertilizer. Poor spot. Alright, that should complete the contract momentarily there, I suspect. There we are. Fertilizing on field 13. Check. And field 11. Grab some more fertilizer. Anyways, folks, I think I will stop the stream for now. That's a little look at how we're progressing along in the server for the time being. I do like this sprayer. There's Ray Split. Let's see what Spud was talking about here. Oh. Ah, yes. I see why. Yep, that does suck. So now he's going to have to do some landscaping, I think, on that. Absolutely. Not the end of the world, mind you, but... There we go. Now, I don't think I can do landscaping on his property, because even though I'm a contractor... Let's find out here. I don't think I can... Don't think I can do this. Let's check real quick here. That's Holney's area. That's his Spud area. No, that doesn't. I don't own the field, so I didn't think so. That's up to you then, Spud. I can't do much about that. Here we are. Alright folks, that'll be it for today. Hope you enjoyed. My name is Iain Robson. If you like what you saw, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And of course, have a very Merry Christmas and enjoy yourselves and be safe. Cheers, folks.